Hey everybody, how are you? Thank you for hopping on and joining us. Tonight we are going to be diving into a topic that hopefully will help a lot of you. We're going to be talking about one truth about how you think that you're showing up that might surprise you. The fact is that we think a lot of things about how we show up. The question is, are those things moving us forward or are those things keeping us stuck? We actually had an amazing training that we got to help out with this last weekend, where we were working with some amazing entrepreneurs. And this actually came up in a discussion that we were having. And there's a little bit of story, which I will let Becky tell you.
Yeah. So we had an incredible opportunity to spend 3 full days with some pretty elite entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And as we were going through the different topics that we were working on, the example and the story of how people perceive themselves and how we view ourselves came up on more than one occasion. But the one specific thing that I wanted to share with you guys tonight is an example that one of the students shared of their experience working with Harvard students, okay?
Mm-hmm.
As most of you can guess, these elite Ivy League schools, Harvard being one of those, they have people who come to school there that have been groomed for generations, okay? Their great-grandfathers showed up. That's what was been expected of them. They come from a very long line of people who have been high performers,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And then you have the other group of people who show up to those types of schools are those who have come in on scholarships. They have done everything in their power to
They've
get them.
worked their butts off to get there.
They have done everything that they possibly can to get there. And the student that was sharing the story with us got to work with both of these individuals, okay?
Mm-hmm.
These different groups that were specifically going to Harvard. And she said it was very interesting that those people who were groomed, that knew that they were going to Harvard, that had all that pressure on them, often felt like they didn't belong there. Like, who am I to be able to go to this school? I basically had it handed to me on a silver platter, okay? When they've seen the other group of people who are working so hard to get there, that had to work multiple jobs, who had to apply for scholarships, who had to really work for it. And then on the flip side, you had the group of people, okay? And let me know if you can kind of get this, okay? The other group of people who did everything that they could, okay? They weren't on scholarship. Here they are surrounded by all these elite people who have financial means more so than they do.
Yep.
Feeling like, who am I to be at this amazing school when I am not at the same level as all these other people? Okay. And so this kind of spurred a really awesome conversation about imposter syndrome.
Yep.
Okay. Both groups of students at Harvard, both those who came in, knowing that this is what they were going to do, that this was the expectation that they were going to have for, their life from their family, handed down generations, who had the financial means to be there. And also those who did not, that had to get really creative, okay, who had to study so hard to get there, both felt individually like they were imposters, okay? And I'm curious, have you ever felt that way before in your life or in your business?
Yep.
Okay, and if you have, let me know where it was that you felt this before, because I know for myself, and probably for Tim,
Yes,
that
absolutely.
This is something that comes up often.
And the thing is it's not just coming up with the individuals that are just starting in business.
No.
And this is something that comes up along the journey. I mean, you hit different glass ceilings, so to speak, as you go throughout your journey in business. Okay, you hit these different areas where you feel stuck, and you start to ask yourself, am I being an imposter? Can I break through this? What am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
And we start asking ourselves those kinds of things. But I mean, you ask yourself the question, like, how did I get here? Okay. What am I going to say?
I remember on that one, the first time that I spoke on stage, okay, in front of a large group, I'm like, holy cow, how did I even get here?
Yep.
What am I doing up on stage? Who am I to be able to, stand in front of this group of people and provide value to them, an effective education, okay, and
Mm-hmm.
help facilitate their growth? I was terrified.
Yep.
Okay, and I thought that it was luck.
Yep.
I can count.
And that's the interesting thing, is a lot of us think that somehow we just got lucky.
Mm-hmm.
I'm up here because I got lucky.
And I'm curious if you've ever felt that way before.
Yeah.
Okay, if you had ever found yourself in a position where maybe you're starting a new opportunity, like how how did I luck out to have this opportunity? Or maybe you've been asked to, do a testimonial, or maybe you've been asked to lead a training. Okay, there's a lot of different things that we experience in our life that oftentimes we're feeling a little bit inadequate, okay, within ourselves to be able to handle, and we pawn it off as luck. Like, oh, I was so lucky that I got this. Okay.
Lucky that I was standing up on that stage with other entrepreneurs that have been doing this for so long and are just, they're so amazing. And we discount the fact that we're up there and what we did to get there.
And that piece right there, what we did to get there, you guys, we are where we are in life, whether we like where we are or not, based on our own merit. It's circumstances may have united against us. We may have had opportunities that we passed up, or we may have had opportunities that we, embraced.
Yes.
Regardless of what it is, we are in life where we are based on what we've chosen to do, the actions and the behaviors that we've had. Okay. And here's the thing. We in business, often we want to be the best. Okay. We want to be seen as somebody that others can look to. And often we put way too much pressure on ourselves.
Yes.
Okay. Because we're expecting to be perfect. We're expecting to follow the book. We're expecting to follow the letter. There's, so many things that we can follow that tell us how we're supposed to act, how we're supposed to show up, how many times we're supposed to do this, that, and the other. It can feel overwhelming. And when we don't live up to that expectation that we put on ourselves, that is where the imposter syndrome often can start sliding in.
But here's the thing. You will never be the smartest person. You'll never be the prettiest or the richest. Okay.
And you may not be the most effective communicator, and you may not do the most amazing Facebook Lives, or you may struggle with copywriting. Okay. But here's the key difference.
Yes.
Okay. Nobody can beat you being you.
Because you are the best you. Okay. You are the only you.
Yep.
Okay.
And as we were having this discussion over the weekend, we got really deep. Okay, we got really deep on what this means and how it shows up, and how we can use it in our own individual businesses and how we can help our teams. Just how do we combat this imposter syndrome? How do we work through this? Because it's not something that just goes away. At every stage in our journey, there are going to be moments where we question. Did I prepare enough? Do I have enough information? Am I really the right person that's going to be, doing this thing? And it's really cool to kind of boil it down to two fundamental things.
Yes.
Okay. When it comes to imposter syndrome, when you are starting to feel that, or maybe you're feeling it right now. Okay. Number one, there is only one you.
Yep. Like I just mentioned a minute ago, you guys, there is only one you. Okay.
Yep. And only you, as I'm saying, only you have the unique perspective and talents that you do.
Yes.
If you're attempting to be someone else, you are attempting to be an imposter.
Then you are being an imposter.
Because you're not being true to you. However, there's a distinct difference between trying to be someone else and modeling their behaviors that are working and developing it and tailoring it to who you are. Okay.
The interesting thing is those that are attempting to be someone else, they're aware of the fact that they're doing this. Okay, they're aware of the fact that they're actually being an imposter, and they just don't care.
Okay, because they want the results that come from it.
Yes.
Okay, the second thing to consider is on your journey. Okay, number one is there's only one you. Number two, you are simply a guide or a coach for those who are watching you. Okay, the guru is something that a lot of people aspire to be. However, you will never be the next Tony Robbins or the Ray Higdon, okay, or any of the other big names. Okay, you can become like them. You can model what they've done and become your own version of you.
Yes.
Okay, by being a guide or a coach for others to follow.
You could reach that same level as them, but you will never be them. That's the thing, is you will be your own version of that level.
Yep. And that's
of success.
And you know what? And that is very key.
Yes.
Because oftentimes we hold ourselves to be like, I have to be that person.
Yep.
Okay. Reality is you just need to be the best version of you that you can be.
Yes.
And as you continue to grow and develop your skill sets, stepping out of your comfort zone, learning and growing, being that coach and that guide for other people, you will gain a deeper understanding and clarity about what it is your mission is and who you are at the core. Okay, you're not an imposter.
No.
You're learning and growing and sharing what it is that you've learned. And so you can either call yourself a fraud and beat yourself about it, or you can own what it is that you're doing. Okay. You can give yourself the grace that comes with developing into the best version of you.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And we wanted to share with you in the links. Okay. We're going to drop a link in the bottom of this video, and then it's going to be a link to another video that was done by Dr. Bertice Berry. And she had an amazing way of really concisely putting what it is that imposter syndrome is and how it's touched and affected her life.
Yes.
Okay, so really encourage you to grab the link in the comments below. Make sure you go and watch it and ask yourself, how is it showing up? How is imposter syndrome showing up for you in your world, in your life right now? And how is it holding you back right now? Okay, and then ask yourself the question, who am I? And what is it that I have to bring to the world? What do I have to bring value-wise to the marketplace? And how can I lean in and leverage that to become the best version of myself? Okay, you guys, because it is important that we recognize when we're sliding into that I'm feeling like an imposter portion of things, and when we're actually taking the time to own our own greatness. A lot of times, and it came up often over the weekend, it's a lot harder to see us for who we really are and the powerful strengths that we have versus sliding into all the things that we're lacking. So I'd encourage you to watch the video. Again, the link is going to be in the comments once we're done with this Facebook Live, and ask yourself, what is it that you bring to the table? Who are you really? What is it that you're actually trying to accomplish? Okay, because I'll tell you this. You have a light to shine that nobody else can.
Yes.
Who you are, what you stand for, the impact that you are going to and you want to make is unique only to you. Okay, that is it.
Yep.
That is what it is. And it's really cool because Dr. Bertice, she's got an amazing saying. And what it is about imposter syndrome that she says is that the fakes never feel it. Only the people who experience imposter syndrome are the real deal, because they care enough about what it is that they're doing that they want to provide the best version of themselves.
So the moment that you guys feel like you're an imposter, you are not, or you can't be, based on what she's saying. And she also goes on to say that if your humanity is intact and your ego is in check, then you obviously are concerned. And by that, you are open to evaluate what you have created and open to make it better.
Okay, you're evolving. You're wanting to be better than you were before. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you hopping on. Thank you so much for the hearts, likes, and loves. We appreciate each and every one of you. Have a wonderful day, and make sure that you don't forget to click on the link below this video. Make sure you go and watch the video. It's about 6 minutes long that Dr. Bertice Berry did. It's amazing, impactful, and provides a lot of insight into how you might choose to think about yourself now and how that might help you moving forward.
Absolutely.
All right, you guys, have a good night. Thank you so much. We will talk to you soon.
Yes. See you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.